Zoom recording. I think I got it. Pause recording. Okay, so it should be good. All right, so I used Connect and loved it, but when you wouldn't get to a follow-up that day that you had set, then you lost it forever. But now they fixed that. So if you haven't like really dug into Connect since they did the update, like really give it another try, because I feel like they have completely, I mean, everything that you need is there. So we know that I use it for follow-up. I love it for follow-up, and we know that follow-up is essential. They tell us that on average, 85% of sales, not just within It Works, but across the board, 85% of sales, the deal is not sealed. The sale doesn't happen until the 7th to the 12th follow-up 85% of the time. So for me, this is a huge organizational tool to track all of that and to really take your follow-up to another level. But it's not just about follow-up. So I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that I put in that post, how to load your people in, how to set your follow-ups, the cool things that it does now with like when you enroll a distributor, the next day it reminds you to message them, and it suggests exactly what you message them for, like day 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 12. I mean, it keeps reminding you to message that person. And the same thing when you enroll a new loyal customer on day 1, on day 2, on day 3, after you've enrolled them. So great customer service after you've made the sale is just as important as before, because we want to keep that customer ordering and we want them referring. So through Connect, you can do all that so easily. So let's just walk through it. Let's just show you the different features. Okay, if you've never used Connect before, let me just show you. Okay, so there's your home screen. I guess that's the first thing that shows up. You got your Margaritaville points and everything, but when you first set it up, it's going to walk you through goal setting. So this upper right circle right there where it says today's goal, I didn't follow up with hardly anybody today because I knew I was going to do this and I wanted to show you guys as I clicked through. So I have 86 follow-ups scheduled. That's what that means at the top. And based on when I set up Connect in the very beginning, what I told it, the amount of money I wanted to be making, it said, all right, well, if you want to make this amount of money, you need to be doing this amount of contacts a day on average. So that's what that upper right circle is, that I have done 8 out of 64 recommended follow-ups a day. Let's see, what's activity? Activity just tells you what you've done from the app. I don't really click on that much. All right, so let me just show you how awesome it is first, and then I'll show you how to get all of it set up and how to get everything loaded. All right, so after you have it set up, and it's going to prompt you to follow up. So in the morning, when I sit down to do my work, I pull up this screen and I click on follow-ups at the top. This pops up. So the first part of that, okay, well, let me just go over this. The overview, the breakdown, that is, I have followed up with, no, this is telling me what I need to do. I have 70 other follow-ups scheduled. That's basically my leads, my potentials. I have 9 loyal customer follow-ups scheduled, and I have 15 distributor follow-ups scheduled. All right, so as I scroll down, the first thing you're going to see is there's all the distributors. You see that Amanda, the first one, shows up twice, and she actually shows up 3 times because she's down there for day 7, and it's because I didn't follow up with her through the Connect app. So see, if you don't follow up with them, you don't lose that follow-up. Does that make sense? All right, so let me just show you. Amanda, we're going to follow up with Amanda right now. Amanda, are you on here? I'm about to follow up with you. So the 3 lines to the right, I'm going to click there. And then I can either view contact, send message, or mark this. I'm going to send message. Hang on just a second. Let me mute everybody. Okay, so this is what it's recommended that you send her on day 3. So I'm going to just go ahead and click send. It's not going to send it. Don't freak out. And I'm going to say I want to send it through text message. And it pulls up her text message. So when she enrolled, it's in eSuites. So it knows the number, right? So it knows exactly where I need to go. So I'm going to take just a second then, and I'm going to look and see where our conversation left off. Okay, so I had asked her about, that was day one, the day one message that had asked me to send her. And she said she was working and it's her son's birthday. I said, girl, you just go at your own pace and don't let it stress you out. Happy birthday to your son. So we haven't talked since then. So, hey, Amanda, I know it probably feels like there's a lot to remember right now, but there are a few key fundamentals that'll make it easy for you. I know what to work on each day to keep your business growing. If you navigate to day 3 in your app, all right, so I'm going to add right there. Did you get a chance to download those apps? Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so then I sent it, and then it says you're all done. Let's go, and see, it's checked that it's completed. All right, super cool. So we're not going to follow up with any more distributors. I'm going to scroll down to, these are my recently enrolled loyal customers. So let's just take a peek. Day 1, she enrolled yesterday. Click the 3 lines. I'm going to click send message. All right, when this pops up, you have to put in a subject. It's not going to show up, so I just put a letter. And why is it not giving me the, it's supposed to automatically fill in the suggestion, and it's not doing that. So it tells me underneath it's day 1. If that ever happens, you can just go to this little scroll down here and then type in day 1 or select it right there. Day 1, welcome and thank you so much. I've actually already sent her something similar to that, so we're going to go to day 2. She didn't order keto products. That's a keto message. So I'm not going to send that to her yet. I'll send that to her on day 3. All right. So anyways, you get the picture right there. Super cool. And then let me show you the cool thing. These are all my leads. So other follow-ups is all my potentials. So the check marks I've already followed up with today. So I'm going to scroll on down. Let me pick one. Okay, I don't know who this is. So we're going to follow it with Deanna Crow. I'm going to click the 3 dots, and then I'm going to send message. So I'm just going to type something in and click send. And it's going to send me, because I've linked her Facebook profile to Connect, it's going to send me, it's going to automatically open up Deanna Crow in Messenger. It's asking me, how do you want to contact her? That's the only way I have loaded, but it would have email, Instagram, and phone number in there if I had all that loaded. So what it's saying is it's copied it, you just need to paste it. So it's opened it up. Let's see where we left off. Good morning, Deanna. What was the info and helpful? Yes, you're so welcome. I haven't had time to read it. Perfect. No matter which route you go, the info will be good for you to know. All right, let's see. All right, so she doesn't know that the thermophyte's on BOGO. So I'm going to say, oh my goodness, Deanna, exclamation point. Did you see that thermophyte that we had talked about before is on buy one, get one free? I'd love for you to take advantage of it. Exclamation point. That's all I'm saying. So then I'm just going to go back to Connect and go to the back button. Click that. And then now she has a check mark by her. All right, sometimes, occasionally, I will open up the message and I will see that, like, you might have followed up with them like 7 times in the last 7 days, and you're just like, I don't know what else to say. So in that case, I'm going to click right here on this one. Let me choose her. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? Let's see. Oh, wait, I got to go back to Deanna. Let me show you something important. After you follow up with them, you click the 3 dots again, view contact, and then right here where it says view calendar, you're going to set your next follow-up, because you don't want to drop the ball on them. So remember, every time you message someone, you've got to set the next follow-up. So you see all these dots on my calendar? Those are where I've followed up with her. So I followed up with her a good bit. I followed up with her just now, and I'm going to follow up with her again before the BOGO is over. It's over on the 20th, so I'm going to set my follow-up for like tomorrow or the 19th or whatever would be fine. So all you do is you just tap the day you want to follow up with them, add follow-up, and that's all. You just go back and you see there's a dot there. So if there's a dot there, it'll automatically prompt you to follow up with them that day. So like, are y'all's minds blown right now? Like, this is so helpful. Like, I love it. All right, I'm going back. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to type them in the chat. I think I've got the chat option turned on. I don't see it at the top. If you can find it, you're welcome to type it in the chat or unmute yourself or raise your hand or whatever, and we'll get your questions asked. Or you can just message them to me directly, however you need to. All right, so got all my follow-ups there. All right, so let me show you something about Instagram. Okay, so if you have linked, and I'll show you how to link them in a minute, but if you've linked someone's Instagram profile to the Connect app, you can't message them directly like that. I don't know why, but you just can't. So if they're a lead from Instagram, I always put IG right there in front of their name so that I don't try. Like, that's wasting a lot of time when you try on every Instagram one and then have to type it in anyways. So I put IG and then their Instagram name sometimes and then their actual name. So if I were to tap on the three dots by Instagram lead and say send message, it doesn't give me the option to send it by any method because the only thing I have in there is the Instagram link. So you can't message directly. Like, you know, they said they did that thing recently where they said people's accounts were getting shut down if they were using unapproved apps on Instagram. I guess that's part of it. Okay, so then I would just like this Haley Collins. I know she's from Instagram, so then in that case, I would just go straight to Instagram and type her in, see where our conversation left off, and she is not responding to me. So at that point, I'm just going to tap her name at the top and go and like and comment on a bunch of stuff. So that's my follow-up today, is showing up in her notifications, and I've already liked all those, so I got to scroll way down, and I'm going to go back up and comment on the first one. And that is kind of freaky. That's all I know to say about that. Okay, so y'all want to know how to set all that up? Like, would that be helpful to be able to do your follow-ups like that? Like, anybody excited about that? Hold on just one second. Okay, so here's what you do. When I sit down in the morning, for me, the first thing I do is I go to my messenger on Facebook and my DMs and Instagram, and I just scroll through real quick and see, like, did I miss anything? Did I forget to load anybody in? Did I not respond to any messages yet last night? Did anybody message me while I was asleep? So I would go, I did talk to a few girls today that I don't think I've loaded in, but just so you guys don't have to sit here and watch that, let's just pretend. All right, I see Danny's on here. I am going to pretend like I don't know Danny, and I am going to add her to my Connect app. So when you have a new lead, and what I do is, if I do a lot of messaging, I do a lot of product tester messaging and asking people into this business or asking them to host a post or whatever. And I don't, Danny's sending me a smiley face, I don't add every single person to Connect that I message, because that would be a lot of wasted time, because I get ignored a lot and I get a lot of no's. But if they show the least bit of interest at all, even if I said, hey, I'm setting up my fall product models, I think you'd be a good fit, would you like to see, or would you be interested in the details? And they say, I don't know, what is it? that gets them in my Connect app. If I tell them the details and they say no, I don't care. I'm still following up with them. I'm still building a relationship with them. So if I messaged Danny and she said, yeah, I think I'm interested in the new skincare because I take really good care of my skin. So I'm gonna click these 3 little guys down here at the bottom. And I need to add Danny because she's a new contact. So she's not in here. Now, if you weren't sure, maybe you had added her, maybe you didn't, then you can type it in the search bar here and just like put in her name and see if she shows up. So if you don't find her, then you're just going to add tap the little plus sign at the top right and click new contact. And she is going to be a Facebook lead right now. Are you Danny Grassy Young on here now? I think you are. She got married. And then I'm going to click add profile. And this is where everybody gets hung up. They think they've got to copy and paste it from Facebook into this, but you don't. All you do is you click this little magnifying glass over here to the right. And it takes you directly to Danny Grassy Young. How awesome is that? So you just tap her name in blue. And it says, would you like to use her? Isn't my friend beautiful? She's so pretty. You just say yes, and there she is. Now she's linked, and you can do all your follow-up directly from Connect. All right, let's say you wanted to add her Instagram profile. So I'm going to click add profile right there under Facebook, and then I'm going to click the F because I don't want Facebook. I want to change that. And you can choose any of those. So I'm going to choose Instagram. And then, see, there was no magnifying glass there, so you can't, like, link it. But let me pull up my Instagram. And here she is, the second one down. And if you click these 3 dots on the upper right, you can do copy profile URL down at the bottom. So we've got that copied. And then I'm going to open Connect back up, and I'm just going to paste it right there by holding my finger down on that. So there we go. So I don't really know why you need the link in there because you can't message them anyways, but I always put it there. I don't know. You can just put their name and just say that she's on Instagram. Oh gosh, look at the top of my screen. Somebody just became a customer. Yes, cha-ching. All right, so this is very important. You see right there where it says groups? I want to know what she's interested in. It's not yeah, I've got her in there and I'm going to follow up with her. But, okay, if she's interested in a cleanse and they announce a BOGO cleanse tomorrow, I need to make sure that I'm not just scrounging to figure out who to message. I want to go to my group of cleanse people and message them first, right? So with this Thermophyte BOGO, I haven't completely gotten through all of it yet. But my plan is to message anyone who's been interested in any weight loss stuff at all. So I got to go through all my groups that I've got preset in there. All right. So if I want to add Danny to, I said skincare earlier, but I don't have a whole lot of skincare stuff loaded in here. Let's see. Here's the groups. And you're automatically going to have some groups already in there. Most of these I've set up on my own. And most of these at the top was like when I was just trying to figure stuff out. So ignore those. But down here, everything with a green heart is a product. And I put the green heart because I wanted all the products together. So there's a little tip for you. And then my PDTs have the fire beside them. So I decided to start grouping the potential distributors by month when my first group had like 100 people in there. So it's just easier if it's broken out by month, and you'll see why once you start using it. So Danny's interested in lip and eye cream, and she's interested in exfoliating pill, let's just say, because I don't have the new stuff loaded in there yet. So you just tap those, and then you go to the back button, and you see right there by groups, it's got her groups listed out. So make sure you click save, and then let me show you my groups. All right. I'm going to click the 3 people at the bottom and see how, okay, so I like heavily did host to post cleanse for a year. And then I did Instagram, or I did the Connect app for a good, probably 4 months before I got mad when I lost a bunch of follow-ups and I stopped using it. And then they did this awesome update. So cleanse is going to be my biggest category. You see right there, I got 331 people in my Connect app that have shown interest in the cleanse before. So I'm waiting on a cleanse sale. Greens got 36 as I scroll down. Coffee's a big, I don't know what I just did. Coffee's a big one for me. And then, why does it keep doing that? And then potential distributors. Okay, so let me tell you how I work this one. So if I talk to someone in August and I've talked with them again in October, I take them out of the August group and put them in the October group. Like if they're still like showing interest in October, I guess you could keep them in both groups. That's just how I do it. So any questions so far? Feel free to unmute yourself or ask however you can. All right, so let's just say that I was going to message everyone who'd ever been interested in ThermoFight. You want to know how to do that? It's awesome. So you click the little 3 people at the bottom, and then I'm going to go to my ThermoFight group. Wait, no, you don't do that. You click the square on the bottom right. And then you're going to click that plus in the to section. And then at the top, you're going to click groups. Then you scroll to the group. And then add. And just make up a subject. And then you would type your message in there. And then you're going to click send. Watch what happens. I'm going to choose Facebook. It's not going to send it all at one time. That would be a major red flag to Facebook that you were like spamming the heck out of everybody. It's going to bring them up one at a time. So if you decide, oh, I just messaged her, I don't want to send this to her, you just click the back button. Wait, no, hold on. Well, let me do it again. Okay, there's another one. She hasn't gotten a message yet about the ThermoFight, but I just happen to know she's already a customer. So let me go to the next one. All right, Laura. I don't know what my last voice message said to her, but it wasn't this. She hasn't responded in quite some time, but I'm going to hold my finger down there and paste that message that I typed before and send. Then I'm going to open my Connect app right back up and go to send next. Okay, I did message her about it. Go back to the Connect app. I just want to show you guys how quickly this all can be done. So I last messaged her in June. She needs to know about this. Send. Go back to the Connect app. Send next. Message her about being a distributor. Send it, go back to the Connect app, send next. Like, how awesome is this? I did message her today. Go back to the Connect app. I messaged her in March last time. Like, I'm slacking on these follow-ups, but not anymore with these Connects. With this Connect update. Go back to the Connect app, send next. Like, how many have I followed up with right here while y'all been watching? She's not been answering me, but guess what? I don't care. I'm going to message it to her again. Back to the Connect app, send next. Okay, you guys get the picture of how quick and awesome this can be. So that is amazing. You can also message all your current loyal customers. Every time that we have a sale, and I'm going to say done, and it says this will skip the remaining recipients, and you say okay. If you want to message every single loyal customer you've ever enrolled, guess what? They're already loaded into your Connect app because they're in eSuite, so it's connected. So every distributor you've ever enrolled, every loyal customer you've ever enrolled is already loaded in there for you, whether you've done anything in Connect or not. So you can start using this now and messaging every single loyal customer you've ever enrolled. So down here at the bottom, there's loyal customers. And wait, I did it backwards. Click the 3 people, click the plus. No, that's not right. Click the square at the bottom right. You're going to type your message, whatever you want to send them. And then in the to section, you're going to click the plus and then go to groups at the top and loyal customers and add. And then you're going to click send, and it's going to give you that list again. You're going to say you want to message them. You have their phone number, but let me show you what happens. Or you can do them through Facebook if you've loaded their Facebook message in. You have their phone number because it's in eSuite, so it's automatically loaded in there, so you can text them all. Let me warn you, I could not receive text messages from iPhones for about a solid week after the skincare line came out, because iPhone, I love my Apple products, but I don't know what's wrong with them. They need to get their act together. They have this thing where if you send out too many messages at one time, they throttle you, is what they called it. So before you send out mass messages through text message, if you have an iPhone, you need to go and turn off your iMessaging. You can still send text, but you need to make sure iMessaging is turned off and it's sent as like an SMS or SMM or MMS or whatever that abbreviation is. So all you do is turn off iMessage, and then you're good. So I didn't do that, and I wasn't blocked from sending them, but people were responding to me and I wasn't getting the messages. So I messaged every loyal customer I've ever enrolled since 2014 about that skincare, and I don't know what they said. So that stinks. So if you don't have their contact saved in your phone though, they're going to show up. I'm going to click cancel until one comes up like that. If you have their phone number saved in your phone as a contact, I'm not sending all these, I'm just hitting cancel, then their name will pop up right here and you'll know who you're sending that to. But if you don't have their phone number saved in your contacts in your phone, then right there where it says Susie, all it's going to say is a phone number and you're not going to know who you're sending it to. So try to always add your new loyal customers' phone numbers into your phone. So let's see what else. All right, I don't want to send them, click and cancel. I mean, you guys, you can't mess anything up. Just get in there and play. All right, okay. So any questions about that, you guys feel free to ask. So one of the things about the Connect app is you're just always going to stay connected. If you go to the second little wheel thing down there at the bottom, everybody always said, all the new distributors, they always ask me, like, how do you know about these sales? Like, it's all right here. Everything that's going on right now is right here. All of it. So that's awesome. That just kind of tells you what you've done, the little bell. All right, this right here, the arrow on the bottom, if you guys haven't looked through this lately, they have outdone themselves on these trainings. They really, really have. I learned a lot of this through the Using Connect trainings. Some of it I still had to look up, but that's a really good training. And the trainings, okay, so when you enroll a distributor and it prompts you to message them on day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever, and it gives you the recommended wording, it always points them back to these trainings, and they're really, really good. So if you haven't watched them, go watch them and then start recommending them to your new distributors. So they even have a section on products. So just videos about each product.
Aging is inevitable, but looking your age doesn't have to be.
They're really good. Y'all go through those. Our story, y'all, oh, y'all gotta watch that. Y'all watch that. It'll make you cry. So all that is really awesome, and it's great for new distributors. Let's see, what else? What else have I not gone over that you guys wanted to know? Oh, resources right here. Oh, I know, the preloaded shopping cart. I need to show you guys that. But resources, everybody's always wondering where to find before and after pictures. There's a ton loaded in here already, some of the most popular ones. Also, let me just tell you, the Pinterest, the It Works corporate Pinterest page has a ton. Now, I don't really recommend like just searching Pinterest for before and afters and posts, because you got to have corporate approved ones. And the corporate It Works page has so many great ones. But see, it's got the charts and everything in there. If you want to submit a before and after, you can do it from there, right there at the bottom where it says enrollment. You can even enroll people from the app. I don't do it that way, but you can. And then scripts. So many awesome scripts in here. See, look, BOGO. Well, where is the... Okay, so if you're in the message like we were in before, and you tap on the scroll, and celery. No. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find all those scripts. Library. That's what I'm looking for. No, it's not. Where are the freaking preloaded scripts? All my recent ones are in there. Well, you can search for what you're looking for, but there's a list that you can scroll through somewhere. It's in there somewhere. All right, let me show you the preloaded shopping cart. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. Okay, so if you have a customer, I really still try to let my customers let me enroll them, because I know, like, I mostly enroll strangers these days because I've been doing it for 5 years now. I blew through all the people I knew a long time ago. And if you conduct yourself in a professional way, then, you know, most of them are going to be like, sure, make it easy for me, enroll me, or place my order for me. But I still, all the time, run across people who are like, yeah, send me the steps and I'll do it. And I understand that. I wouldn't give my credit card to somebody online either. But if you click this shopping cart, and, you know, they're changing up our website all the time. So, like, if you set up the steps of how to tell them to order cleanse and you go there next week, the website's going to be different, because they're just new and improving it all the time. And I love the changes they're making. So this way, all these are ones I've sent out before. But let's just say Danny wanted to order that lip and eye cream and the exfoliating peel that we talked about before, and I needed to create a new cart for her. If she just wanted to order like coffee and cleanse, I've already got that in there, so I could just click that. I'm going to show you how to create a new one. So create new list, and then all our products are listed there. Oh, they have the BOGO in there now. They didn't have that before. Good. All right, so she wants lip and eye cream, and she wants exfoliating peel. So I'm going to save that. Oh, and I should have named it. Yeah, you can name it for Danny, or you can name it like exfoliating peel, lip and eye, or whatever. Add to message. And this is my phone contact. So you have to save their phone number in your phone. Now, you can't send it through Messenger, because remember, it's like linked to It Works, and Messenger won't let us. So if I have somebody that wants me to send them the steps, I just say, perfect, shoot me your phone number and I'll send you a clickable link and the steps, or a clickable link and the steps to ordering with the discount that we talked about. And then, like, I really don't send them steps though. I just say, all right, click right here. I've got the cart preloaded for you with the exfoliating peel and the lip and eye cream we talked about. Click here and you should be able to check out. All right, so I'm going to click add, and put my subject in, and right here I would type all the stuff. One shoebox. I would type all the stuff that I just told you guys and then send it. Danny, I don't have your phone number in here. I can't send it to you. Why do I not have your phone number in here? So we're going to send it to Chase. I guess because I always talk to you on Messenger. He's going to be like, what is this? Just got it. Why is this not doing right? I'm sorry, I'm clicking all over the place. Done. Cancel. Okay. Okay, that didn't work either. I'm going to send it to my sister. How about that? Stacy, add shopping cart. I'm just going to click here. Add to message. All right, now she's loaded in there. So then when you click send, you choose text message because it won't let you send it through Messenger. And then I'm going to pull up her message. And so she would click here. Doesn't that look cool, how that looked in her message? Your friend Jenny has personalized a monthly order for you. Shows them what it is. Click continue. This makes it so simple for them. And then she'll just click checkout. And there it is. If she decides that she wants to take away any items, she can take it away from there. Or even if she decides to continue shopping, she can click there. And then she would just proceed to checkout and, you know, go on about her merry way. She didn't have to figure out where to click and what to load and all that. Pretty cool. I love that option. All right. Let me think if there's anything. Is there anything you guys are wanting to know about it? I would love to hear like what your struggles have been, if y'all have had any in using the Connect app. I'm using my mouse is not even connected to anything. Seriously, you have a question? That girl right there that I can see like your chin up. Okay, I unmuted you. I can't see your name though. Did you have a question, girl in the red shirt? Okay, I guess not. All right, we'll go through you guys. Why do I not have a chat? I upgraded my account. What am I missing here? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Oh, there is a chat. Y'all have been talking to me. Good grief. 13 messages. Hold on. Yes, it's recorded. How did you connect her Facebook? I think y'all got that. Wait, where are the 3 dots? Do I need to update my app? If you don't have the 3 dots that we were talking about earlier, you may not have an iPhone. You may have an Android. But I don't even remember what we were talking about with the 3 dots. Oh, it was probably the Instagram thing. You have to figure out another way to copy their profile. Stop. Didn't know you didn't have to copy. I know, Danny. And if you try to copy and paste it, it's like wrong. Like, I don't know. Never mind. Found it. Oh, good. Leah says, if you haven't been using the follow-up, do you start with the exact day that you are on? Yes, I'm so glad you asked that. I meant to go over that. So if you're like already in your business, you already have like this really elaborate follow-up system that you just don't really feel like is working like you want it to, don't pick a week to load everybody. Don't even pick a day to load everybody. from this point forward, what I would do is as you follow up with someone or as you get that tiny bit of interest that we were talking about earlier, load them in. So let me tell you too, it's going to slow you down on messaging. It's going to slow you down on the front end, but it's going to make that follow-up, which remember is like one of the most important parts of our business. It's going to streamline that follow-up so much that when you are waiting 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the bacon to cook in the morning for the kids, that's what I put my bacon on, for breakfast, you can go to follow-up, you can go click, send, message, let's see what she's doing, where did I leave off, and you can have 3 follow-ups done, and you don't have to scroll to see who you were supposed to follow up with. You don't have to pull out your notebook. You don't have to look through all these lists that you've got everywhere. Or like the worst situation is you don't have to scroll back through Messenger to figure out who you even need to follow up with. Y'all, that is a recipe for disaster if you're relying on Messenger to be your follow-up system. I did that for a while, and then when one day I sat down and I was like, I'm going to scroll until I find, like before I started this business, there were literally hundreds of people I had dropped the ball on. Do not use Messenger as your only follow-up system. And I'm not saying don't message them through Messenger. I'm saying don't rely on just scrolling through that list to be your follow-up. Okay, let's see. So as you're following up, as you're getting new leads, load them in. And then, so for a little bit, if you've got like a notebook, for a little bit, you're going to be like notebooking and, you know, transferring those over as you do it, but do not waste a whole day or a whole week loading everybody in.
Okay, so I unmuted. So
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So if I have a loyal customer that I've not used this app on and it's day 8, and I go in and it's giving me that prompt for day 8, do I start with day 8 or is that going to be weird?
No, I think that you're super bright and you'll know, like I would start with day 1 and just see what the message says and see if it's appropriate for where you are in the conversation.
Okay.
And like some of the things don't fit the way I do my business. Like I don't tell my customers about perk points in the beginning because I want to use them as I want to use them. For instance, they can't use their perk points until you hadn't had any experience with that yet. But so they're racking up perk points as they go. They get 10% back on every single dollar they spend, subtotal, in perk points. So for every $10, they get $1. So they can't use them until after 3 months. So by the end of 3 months, they've usually racked up like at least $10 to spend. So I use those perk points as a tool when I need volume or as a tool to keep them ordering longer. So Leah, when you have somebody on month 4 and they get that email and they say, hey, I got my email, I don't want to order again, then you tell me and I'll send you the message that we send for that. And 50% of the time, I'm not even kidding you, it may be more, they're going to be like, oh yeah, let me keep ordering. It's amazing. So I use it anyway. So one of the messages is like on day 2, it's like, you're going to rack up perk points and they're awesome and blah, blah, blah. And another problem I run in with that is they're like, oh, well, do I have perk points from last month? Well, yeah, but you can't use them yet. You can't use them till month 3, after month 3 runs. So you're going to look at those messages and some of them you're going to tweak just because it's not how you do things, but most of them are spot on. But no, I would start with day 1 because some of it is telling them about the Connect app. Some of it is encouraging them to take a before and after picture. Like I never even did that before, but now I'm absolutely loving it. And I feel like it's also just building that relationship more and more and showing them that you care about them and you're not just brushing them off after the sale. But yeah.
So for day 4 or for month 4, so after the 3 months, is there a message that goes to them automatically that their loyal customer, like the first 3 months is over?
Mm-mm.
And okay, so it's just going to continue to run
until they get that email, and that's after their first order. I kind of pre-frame them to know that you're going to get this email on this date, and let me know if you want to change it or whatever. So once I started sending that like welcome message, I stopped having ticked off people. Like I had ticked off people all the time when that fourth order would run and they were like, you said it was only 3 months. But if you put the message, you know, if you just pre-frame them from the very beginning after that first order is placed and kind of let them know how it works. Okay, you've ordered on the 17th. So your next shipment is scheduled for November 17th. Let me know like 3 business days ahead of time if you want to change it, blah, blah, blah. And you'll get that email on the 17th or on about the 12th of every month. So look for that.
Okay.
So do that. Did that answer it?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Good. Have you used it at all?
I used it one time, and what I've got to look and figure out is how, like on mine, to set up a new group and put people into the groups.
Oh, let me show you. I didn't show you guys that. Y'all, this is Leah Grissman, and she is a rock star. And she's going to be an ambassador maybe before me. I don't know. Okay. So if you want to set up a new group, right there, you see it? All right. I clicked on the 3 people at the bottom and click on the green new group. And let's just say I want to.
See, I don't have that.
You don't? Maybe you need to update it. Let's go back. What kind of phone do you have?
Android.
What do you? Tell me what you're clicking on.
So I'm clicking on the people.
Okay.
And then it just has the search bar. And underneath that, it starts the groups of loyal customers, leads, and distributors.
Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Do you have any? Well, you can't. There's like leads and stuff. I don't know then. Let's see. If you click the plus sign, what happens?
Ah, there it is.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's what it is, because then it gives me the option to create a new contact group or compose a message.
Okay.
So that was my missing link. Okay.
Good. I'm going to scroll back through these messages as you're looking at that. How do you set up your groups? You said that. I love sending it all through Connect app. It is life. It's so easy and simple, makes time easy. Destiny says, when they become a loyal customer, does it take them out of the group they were created? No, it doesn't. So a lot of times I'm starting. So what she's talking about is you've followed up with them so good because of your Connect app, and now they're a customer. Well, now you've got them as a lead and you've got them as a loyal customer because it automatically puts them in the loyal customer group because they're in eSuites now. So it just automatically shoots them over to the loyal customer group. And also because, you know, it's just putting in all the information that eSuites has into that contact. So I guess maybe a good habit to get into would be that first day one message that you send. Just always know that on day one, you're going to go delete that initial, initial thing you made, putting them in as a lead. And then you can link their Facebook account to the new loyal customer contact. Does that make sense? All right.
Have you had anybody else? Because I know you and I talked about it the other day with my first distributor.
Mm-hmm.
She did not load in this app. But my second one did. My second one's in here. But Lori didn't.
I have had issues with that too, and I've emailed them twice. So when I get an answer, I will let you know. Well, actually, I emailed them twice, and I submitted a ticket. And there's actually, when you submit a ticket, there's a category that says Connect app that you can choose. So I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe they'll answer me through here. And it said, please email, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I already did. And they didn't message me back. So I need to get back on that. So I don't know what's up with that, but you can put them in the distributor group. Like, even if it doesn't automatically put them in there, you can put them in here and go ahead and set your follow-ups. Like, let me show you that.
Customer before, and I wonder if that makes a difference in the Connect app. If she was a loyal customer before,
it very well could. I don't know.
My second distributor, she wasn't a loyal customer, so.
You know what probably does, because they're so particular about not having the email address tied to 2 accounts. Mm-hmm. So if it Well, it wouldn't have had the same email address, though, because you couldn't have enrolled her with the same email address. I don't know, but that may have something to do with it. But watch. Okay, so if I just enrolled you and I wanted to set like a week's worth of follow-ups for you. So if it automatically put them in there like it's supposed to, then it's automatically going to prompt you to follow up with them on the days, and you don't have to set those follow-ups. But if that happens, just click view calendar, and I'm going to click 18, 19, 20. I'm just clicking add follow-up every time. So then every day I'm going to be prompted to follow up with you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Where will this recording be found? I don't even know if it's recording. I think it is. I got a flashing dot up here, so I think that means it's recording. So it takes forever to like transfer it to a format where you can post it, but I'll put it in Success Club. I know I've probably left some stuff out because it's just such a little cool tool with so many things. Is anybody using it for anything yet that I haven't discovered? Just scrolling through real quick to see. I don't really know what this is. The lines at the top right. It's got fire, hot, and warm. It's supposed to, if someone responds to you, it's supposed to automatically like change that fire, hot, and warm, but I don't think it does. It's a customer trying to order. So I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Let's see what else. And then, of course, it's super cool to see your Margaritaville points, and mine have gone up since we've been on here because I just got a new customer. Let me check them out. Who's coming with me? No, I hadn't updated. Let's see. If you want to refresh it, just pull it down. There we go. Did that go up? I think that went up. I'm totally going. Can't wait. Okay, I feel like we've gone over so much that y'all's heads is about to explode, but feel free to message me if you're doing it and you're like, I don't know how to do this that she talked about. Don't feel like you gotta like go back through the video. Y'all can message me. There's only 10 people on here. All right. I hope you guys have a great night.
You too.
I'll see y'all soon. Now I gotta figure out how to end this.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.